a kid, it's been patching skulls. Black and white, you see it on my flags and poles. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, you ain't gotta ask to know. I'm a Raider, baby, all you ever heard about my lips. I was twitching, I wasn't breaking when Brady was winning chips. Went to LA, then to Oakland, and now we up on the strip. Dancing with the nation every time we get to 6. 3rd and 13 used to run the ball. Now we got 100, so we changing the call. Tatted on my body, ain't no taking it off. When the Raiders on the
Yo, what is going on, Raider Nation, man? Welcome to another motherfucking live stream, guys. And in today's live stream, we will be talking about free agency thus far for the Raiders, giving you guys my takes on it. Is my mic muted? No, it's not. Okay, cool. Recap, the players that have left. Recap at the players that have come in. It's kind of, to be honest with y'all, I'm a little bit discouraged. My takes of the Raiders are rebuilding is starting to look more and more clear as the days go by. But we'll talk about it. I'm going to stand on the fact that I think the Raiders are in a rebuild right now. And getting rid of some of our star players and not bringing in anybody kind of just reinforces that. Obviously they brought in Christian Wilkins, but that just, for the losses that we've taken, dog, it just really doesn't move the needle for me. But we'll talk about it, man. Before we get into it, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. The road to 1,000 subscribers continues. Also, make sure you guys hit the like button. The like button really does help me out a lot. It helps the channel grow. And yeah, man, it gets us into the algorithm, gets more Raider fans over here to conversate with us. Before we get into it, man, big shout out to everybody in my chat, man. We got Prezi, B Raider, We the People, Sammy77, and then we got Afakasi watching us on Rumble. Like I said, man, regardless of wherever you're watching this, man, I do appreciate it. Like I said, I'm streaming on Twitch, streaming on YouTube, streaming on Rumble. But yeah, man, let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into it. We'll start with some of the lower guys that we let leave. The Raiders chose to, in my opinion, they moved on from Jermaine Illuminor. And, I wouldn't say I'm a fan of Jermaine Illuminor, but at the same time, I was never one of those guys that was like, oh, Illuminor is terrible. Oh, we got to get rid of Illuminor. No. The Raiders just got rid of their starting right tackle. Not good. Not good. Regardless of what you want to say about Illuminor, the only thing that really hurt Illuminor, what up, Joe OE? Long time no see, man. The infamous porn bomber. As much as you guys want to hate on Illuminor for, little shit like flags and shit, bro, He was a solid fucking right tackle. You feel me? He was a damn good right tackle, in my opinion. Probably, top 15, top 10 right tackles in the NFL. Go look at his numbers. Go look at, all the other right tackles, man. Jermaine Illuminor was solid for us. Did he have stupid penalties at times? Yeah, he had dumb penalties at times. But to say he was trash because of his penalties is an overstatement. The Raiders just lost a veteran lineman that can play all across the line, man. Right tackle, right guard, left tackle, can play some center. And you're going to go out there and try to replace him with guys that have never done it before. You're going to go out there with Munford. Do I like Munford? Yeah, I like Munford. Is Munford ready? I don't know. And the Raiders are putting all their eggs in one basket. That's exactly what they're doing, guys. They're putting all their eggs in one basket. They're hoping that a lot of these young players can go out there and perform. What up, Modfather Jesse? They're going out there, thinking that all these young players are going to take over. You know what I'm saying? And it just kind of reinforces my fact that I said, a few weeks ago that the Raiders are in rebuild mode, dog. We are. Like, we ain't got a quarterback. We brought in Minshew. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. But they're going with the youth movement is what the Raiders are doing. And if you guys really believe like the Raiders can be a playoff team and win a playoff game with a bunch of young players starting all over the place, I got some fucking oceanfront property in Arizona if you want to buy it. We got to see how it pans out. Letting Illuminor go, in my opinion, was a mistake. I think we probably could have signed him for, a relatively decent contract. We probably wouldn't have had to give him a shit ton of money. But obviously he leaves. He goes over to the New York Giants. And the Raiders are looking for a new right tackle. The Raiders already have too many fucking holes across our offensive line to just be getting rid of offensive linemen. You know what I'm saying? Now we don't have a right tackle. We don't have a right guard. Greg Van Roten's gone. We don't have a right tackle. We don't have a right guard. So we're going to be going in next season with 2 spots on our offensive line that have question marks on them. One of them being a tackle position. You know what I'm saying? We the people, I hear you, dog. We're not the Chiefs. We also don't draft well, bro. You can't compare our draft and our rookies to the Chiefs rookies, dog. Talking about a fucking dynasty compared to a fucking team that's been the goddamn dumpster for almost 30 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like comparing the Raiders to other teams, bro, because we've never done shit. I can understand, dog, if like we have a history of doing shit with rookie players or anything like that, dog. We do not. We do not. We have a history of being dog shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? But you cannot compare us to, like Sammy just said about the Texans. Like, dude, the Texans have a quarterback. We don't. You feel me? I mean, anything's doable, we the people. I'm not saying it's not doable. I'm just saying, what's the chances of that happening, though? The Raiders have let me down too many times, guys. And so far, what we've seen at the beginning of the offseason, I'm discouraged. They're literally doing everything that I already thought they were going to do. The reason why I've been feeling like shit, dog, we are about to go through a complete, total rebuild with no quarterback. But, it is what it is. I wish Illuminor nothing but the best of luck, man, going forward with his career. The Giants, you guys got a really good right tackle. I know a lot of Raider fans didn't like Illuminor. I wasn't one of them. I'm a fan of Jermaine Illuminor. Did I like his penalties? No, he had some stupid penalties at stupid times. But at the end of the day, he was a damn good right tackle, talent-wise. So another guy that we let go, which I'm going to save the best for last, the one that hurts the most. What hurts the most has been so close. Let me hit you with some Rascal Flats. Anyways, we let Hunter Renfrow go today. This is a move that doesn't move the needle for me. I really don't care. Renfrow really hasn't been himself over the last 2 years. 3 years ago, he had like 110 receptions and looked really, really good when we went to the playoffs. Has never really been the same since. Has taken a lot of big hits over the last couple of years. Has been knocked out like twice already. So I don't know if it's his injuries, man, that are really, starting to come into fruition in terms of Hunter Renfro's production on the football field. But whatever it is, man, it just hasn't worked. Renfro is really, really, how can I say this? He's like a one-dimensional type wide receiver. He's purely a route runner, and that's it. He's got no athleticism. You know what I mean? He's a one-trick pony that John Gruden knew how to get open. You know what I'm saying? But ever since John Gruden has left the Raiders, ever since Derek Carr has left the Raiders, Hunter Renfro has just never been the same. But yeah, Hunter Renfro is going to be out of here as of today. The Raiders, I think, are going to save like $10 million, but we are going to take a cap hit for that, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is, man. I'd rather just go ahead and cut bait with him now. There's no point of keeping him around, in my opinion. He's not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So the Raiders can't keep him on the books for $13 million. What up, Chaos? What up, She Vargas? Yeah, he's going to go to Hunter Renfro's for sure going to go to New Orleans Saints. So not only did we get rid of Renfro and Illuminor, the Raiders cut ties with Jimmy G. That was to be expected. He voided his contract out with the performance dehancing drugs, because obviously they didn't enhance his performance. Excuse me. So we're not really going to talk too much about Jimmy G. All right, so we're going to start to get to, a couple of players that really hurt my heart to see go. Amik Robertson. If anybody has followed my channel since we've drafted Amik Robertson, I've always rode with Amik Robertson. What up, father and son football? Did Amik Robertson get burned at times? Yeah. But I've always said this, guys. Every corner in the National Football League gets burned. It wasn't just Amik Robertson that was getting burned. We're so tough on some of our players. But if you look in the full picture of everything, if you watch the game of football and not just the Raiders, there's not one cornerback in the NFL that doesn't get burned. Even the best get burned. Jalen Ramsey gets burned. Sauce Gardner gets burned. Fucking Marlon Humphrey gets burned. Some of the best in the game get burned. I always thought Raider Nation was a little bit too critical on Amik Robertson. Amik Robertson was one of the only guys on our defense that ever made plays. That ever went out there and tried to make a fucking play. While everybody else was letting plays come to them, Amik Robertson was going out and making plays. The Raiders lose Amik. That one hurts my heart. It might sound corny. I don't give a shit. There's two players that we let go that really, really hurt me as a fan. And Amik's one of them. Just because I know what Amik brings to the table, I've always been a fan of Amik Robertson. And we don't really have too many corners, dog. We're going as of right now, bro. The only corners that are on our roster, and not practice squad guys, because I talked to a dude on Twitter earlier. We got Sam Webb and Tyler Hall on our practice squad. But the only corners that we have, dog, is Jacorian Bennett. We got motherfucking Nate Hobbs and Jack Jones. What up, Rasco? You guys actually have some talent, though, dude. You guys aren't rebuilding. We're fucking rebuilding. So I don't know. I'm expecting the Raiders to bring in a veteran corner. I'm not getting my hopes up, bro. Like, the Raiders only have, I think they said, like $30-something million. And that's not a lot of money. You know what I mean? I think Faison was only on a 1-year deal, though, We the People. I don't think Faison's going to be on our team this year. I might be wrong, though. It may have been a 2-year deal. But Faison, I'm talking about, like, starters, though, dude. Like, Faison's not really a starter, bro. Like, he's like a depth corner. You know what I mean? Talk about guys that can actually start. Jacorian Bennett, to me, is more of a depth corner, too, dude. I don't think he's ready to go out there and play right now, neither. All right, so we're going to get to, that's really all I got to say about Amik. Best of luck. I forget where the fuck he went. I think he may have went to Detroit. Yeah, he did go to Detroit. I wish you nothing but luck, or nothing but the best going forward, man. You make a good point, We the People. I always said that, too. Like, Nate Hobbs is a slot corner. And Amik Amik Robertson can't play on the outside. You know, Nate Hobbs can go on the outside every now and then. Amik really can't play on the outside. He can play, you know, sporadically, you know, downs here and there on the outside. But, you know, in my honest opinion, like, I think Nate Hobbs is better than Amik Robertson. The only difference between Nate Hobbs and Amik Robertson, though, is Amik Robertson makes more plays. You know what I mean? In my opinion. Nate Hobbs just the more well-rounded slot corner. He can tackle extremely well. He plays good close to the line of scrimmage. You know, his coverage is extremely suspect, guys. Like, I don't know if you guys, like, have seen Amik Robertson's coverage stats, dude, but he's not a very good coverage corner. You know what I mean? But, you know, I think Amik Robertson is going to go over there. I think he's going to play well, man. You know, that coach. Okay, so we got face on for 2 years. Okay, that coach, Dan Campbell, man, that dude's a good coach. He's a player's coach. He gets his guys fired up, and he'll fit well there. You know what I mean? The Lions got a good fucking corner, bro. But, you know, he's more limited to the slot and the dime. So, shouts to everybody in here, man. We got 25 people here. We got 10 people over on Rumble, man. Much love. Hit the like button, subscribe, follow, all that good shit if you're new. Definitely hit the like button, man. It helps the live stream out. So last but not least, man, we got rid of my second favorite Raider, you know, over like the last 10 years, is Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs goes over to Green Bay at $12 million a year. Very, very sad. Josh Jacobs has been the heart and soul of the Raiders since our days in Oakland. He was one of the guys that epitomized what it meant to be a Raider. And I've always said, right, like there's guys that know the Raider way and know what it takes to be a Raider. What up, Raider Tim? What up, A-Bomb? And Jacobs and Max Crosby were the two that I always said. You know what I'm saying? They epitomize, you know, they bleed this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he's gone. You know, I hate to say, I mean, I don't hate to say this. I be fucking my words up all the time now. Anyways, I hate to tell you guys, what up, Raider Paul? But there's not one of you guys that can convince me that Zamir White is a running back one, bro. He's not a starting running back. You know, we got to see him, how he pans out, you know, for a whole 16 or 17, 18 games, whatever it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to see how he holds up. You know what I mean? And to get rid of, dude, Josh Jacobs has had about 1,000 to 1,100 yards every single year of his career. And he's missed games every single year, at least anywhere from 3 to 6 games every single year of his career. And he still always, you know, had 1,000, you know, 1,100 yards rushing. What is he, the third leading rusher in Raider history? Very unfortunate. Eckler didn't come here. Saquon didn't come here. So we literally have no running backs, dog. You know what I'm saying? We don't have any running backs, bro. What up, Robert Pena? Like, you're telling me that you're going to keep Brandon Bolden and Amir Abdullah and you're going to let Josh Jacobs walk? Like, why the fuck is Amir Abdullah and Brandon Bolden even on this team anymore, dude? Like, they're like 35-year-old running backs, bro. Like, they're limited to special teams. Why the fuck are we keeping those guys, bro? And then you're going to let go of Josh and save like $6 million by keeping these two bums? Dude, I'd have cut those two fucking bums and kept Josh. Like I always said, bro, like $9 million a year is where I was going to go with Josh Jacobs. I didn't really want to pay him more than that. But $12 million is not a lot of money, dog. That is not a lot of money. Especially the cap just went up. The cap number just got increased and you couldn't afford $12 million. Maybe Josh Jacobs didn't want to play here no more. Maybe he was just tired of the bullshit. And if he was, I can't blame him. Maybe he sees what I see and this shit ain't going to work out and the Raiders are rebuilding. And he's like, fuck that, I'm not doing that. Tired of rebuilding. It's the reason why Derek Carr, in my opinion, that's why Derek Carr shit the bed that year under that year under Josh McDaniels, because he was just tired of doing this, bro. He was tired of it. He's tired of going through rebuilds. So as of right now, we have Zamir White, Amir Abdullah, and Brandon Bolden. You know, we still have some guys that, you know, practice squad guys that one of them that I think is pretty good in Britton Brown. You guys know how I feel about Britton Brown. If you guys watched me a year before last, Britton Brown's rookie season, what up, Nuz? Britton Brown's a good running back, and he reminds me a lot of Josh Jacobs. He really does. He really does remind me of Josh Jacobs. He's got great vision. He's a powerful running back. Gets downhill fast, identifies the hole, finds it, and you know, hits it. Will he beat Josh Jacobs? I'm not saying that. I like Britton Brown. We also have, who's that other fucking running back? Austin Walter or some shit. That Austin Walker dude, fucking, he sucks, man. So, we don't have no running backs. So, we're going to be going into the draft, drafting a rookie running back. Sorry to see you go, Josh Jacobs. I always have love for you, dog. Got your jersey back there on my wall. I'm not going to take it down. I took down Waller's jersey, but we didn't draft Waller. And yeah, that's really the main reason why. But I'm not taking Josh Jacobs' jersey down. You know, wherever you know, Josh Jacobs ends at the end of his career, you know, I wish him nothing but the best. Like I said, if I can name, I can't even name 5 like top like players that I've enjoyed watching over my fandom, which has been since like 2003. Nnamdi Asomugha, Darren McFadden, Khalil Mack, Josh Jacobs, Max Crosby. Fuck, dog, like, that's it. That's it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and it hurts my soul, man, to see, you know, players that I really enjoyed watching, you know, leave. That shit hurts. Especially, like, Jacobs is still a really young player, man. He's like 25 years old or something, dude. 24 or something, bro. Like, extremely young. He's got plenty of tread left on his tires. Watch him go over to the Green Bay Packers and fucking start staying healthy. And yeah, man. But you know, sad times. I wish him nothing but the best. And yeah, so now we'll talk about the players that we did add, and we haven't really added nobody, to be honest. We added fucking Christian Wilkins and Minshew, but that's pretty much it. Let's see what they talking about in the chat. When it comes to running back one, I don't trust Telesco. To be honest, man, Telesco makes me nervous. He makes me nervous, bro. I don't like bringing in rivals, bro. And with Josh Jacobs being gone, that pretty much finalizes the Khalil Mack trade, because we got Arnett and Josh Jacobs with the picks that we got for Khalil Mack. So Arnett's obviously been gone. Josh Jacobs is officially gone now. So Chargers running back game was super weak. If it wasn't for Eckler, Chargers run game would have been trash. Yeah, I wanted Eckler, man. Austin Eckler was one of the running backs that I wanted. But we'll see. We'll see. I told you last year, Raider Ben Zeus is next. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of obvious, so it was gonna happen. It was gonna happen at some point, gang. You know what I'm saying? What up, Paul Gaines? So he was gonna take over at some point, bro. I just didn't know if it was gonna be right now. Have you seen the pic on IG? That motherfucker looks like Hercules, referring to Zamir White. Yeah, I seen it. That shit's cool and all, bro, but like if you don't know how to hit the hole, dog, and you just run into your offensive line every fucking play, It don't matter how big you are, bro. And I'm going to keep it a bean there with you, dog. The reason why Zamir White started to run good towards the end of the year is because our offensive line started to get their shit together, bro. You know what I'm saying? Our offensive line started to get their shit together, dude. So they were opening up a lot more holes for the running backs. They were protecting Aiden better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have ran through the holes that Zamir White was running through, dude, in those last 4 or 5 games. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a fact, bro. Like, our offensive line just started to get their shit together, and that's the reason why I'm not, like I said, I don't fall for flash in the pans, bro. Like, I'm not falling for the whole Jack Jones is the GOAT fucking conversation, dog. Like, Jack Jones is our pure fucking obvious fucking, you know, CB1. Like, I don't think Jack Jones is a CB1, bro. He's a great number 2. You put that motherfucker, dude, on Justin Jefferson or somebody, dude, Tyreek Hill, he's getting his fucking lunch money taken. You know what I'm saying? And it's not me hating. I'm just being real. Like, Jack Jones, yeah, he goes out there and makes some picks and shit. That's cool, bro. But he didn't play against no real good fucking wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? And we need our corner, dog. And like I said, bro, I'm not buying the whole flash in the pan. You know, Jack Jones last 4 games. Shit. That's just not the kind of guy that I am. You know, I gotta see it. I gotta see it fucking year in and year out, game in and game out. You know what I'm saying? Looked good. Antonio Pierce looked good. We looked good when Antonio Pierce took over. Can we do it again? That's my thing, bro. Can we do it again? The Raiders gotta prove to me that we're gonna be able to consistently do this year after year, game after game, week after week, bro. And right now, the Raiders haven't been doing that. The Raiders have looked good and then looked like shit, and then looked good and then looked like shit. I'm just tired of getting my heart broken, guys. Like, I don't know about y'all, but, like, the Raiders really hurt my soul. Like, on gang they do, bro. Like, whenever this team starts to do shit that ain't right, it hurts my soul, dog. It really does. Because, like I said, there's only 3 things that I love in my life. It's my family, number 1. My hustle, number 2. And the Raiders, number 3. Like, there's no other things in this world that I love in my life. And the Raiders are in that conversation. You know what I mean? So, when I see this team, like, doing shit that is not right, and having to keep going through bullshit week in and week out, year in and year out, that shit hurts, dog. And I'm tired of getting myself, like, super duper hyped up just to get let down. And I've done that over the last couple years. Get super duper hyped up and then boom, get let down. You know, so I told myself, like, I'm just gonna, you know, not get that high this year. You know, I'm gonna try to be more on the wait and see fence. So no, so we got Willie Gay. Willie Gay is good, bro. It's a good pickup. It's definitely a good pickup, dog. Running into your O-line but facts, dog. You can't run into your O-line and then blame the O-line. Like, dog, you're literally running right into him, bro. Like, you're not even trying to find a hole. You're not cutting it back. You're not doing shit. Oh, there's a guy right there. Pow, run right into him, dog, and then try to push him through the hole. Like, bro, that's not how this shit works. Motherfucker over here trying to play rugby and shit. This ain't fucking rugby. Good luck to the Raiders. Well, I would never say good luck to the Broncos. Bad luck. Hopefully you go fuck yourself, Broncos. Eat a dick. I wish nothing but the worst on your team. Hopefully you guys trade everybody because your guys are trash anyways. You guys ain't got a quarterback. You're not going to have a quarterback. You ain't got no wide receivers. You traded your only fucking young wide receiver that might be worth a fuck, but is still trash, and Jerry Jeudy, because Cortland Sutton's career is fucking over. KJ Hamler is fucking dog shit. I don't even know none of the rest of the Broncos wide receivers. You guys have no wide receivers. You have no quarterback. You have a fucking running back that runs with one leg. You know what I'm saying? You have no motherfucking tight ends. Like, ain't nobody giving a fuck about the Broncos. Y'all about to go to the shitter, bro. You guys are going right back to the basement, dog. You bitches got out the basement for 1 year, and then now y'all bitches about to go right back into that shit. Sean Payton fucked off the fucking Saints. Now he's about to fuck off you. You know what I'm saying? Now he's about to fuck off you. He don't give a fuck, bro. Sean Payton getting bread, bro. He don't give a fuck about the Broncos. He working for Walmart, bro. What the fuck you mean that boy getting bread? He tearing your whole shit down. Y'all are in a worse rebuild than we are. At least we got it with fucking talent on offense. You know what I'm saying? We got wide receivers. We got a tight end. You feel me? The only thing we really questionable at is motherfucking quarterback. You feel me? But you bitches ain't got no quarterback neither. You feel me? You bitches ain't got half the talent we got. You know what I'm saying? So y'all about to be super trash. Yeah, I think Paul watches football, but dog, some of the shit that Paul says, bro, some of his takes, dog, be hurting my soul. What up, Raider Room? I'd be like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about, gang? I'd be calling them, I remember one time Bradford was saying some wild shit in the chat, bro, just some of the most stupidest takes I've ever seen, dog, and I just start roasting them. You know what I'm saying? I already talked about Renfro, man. Renfro ain't been doing shit for the last couple of years. He said there's holes, and he still be running into his O-line. Yeah, shit, those last 4 games, bro, they started to open up fucking holes for him. And he ran through them, but you got to open up it's got to be like parting the Red Sea. You got to part the Red Sea for fucking Zamir White to see it, bro. It just can't be your average hole. You know what I'm saying? He can't find the little bitty holes, dog. You feel me? But yeah. Oh, actually, I just forgot about. Now that this motherfucker said they getting a quarterback in the draft, actually, we do got a quarterback. Shit, I take Gardner Minshew over any fucking quarterback you got. I bet you Gardner Minshew would beat the brakes off the Broncos. On gang, he would. I said we don't. I keep thinking we ain't got a quarterback, but we do got Minshew. He might not be a great quarterback, dog, but he can win games. That fool's a Pro Bowler last year. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hell yeah, we got Minshew. We got motherfucking Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, Michael Mayer. You feel me? We'd fuck y'all up right now, boy. Fuck you mean? I forgot about Gardner Minshew. Yeah, I just thought about that. We the people. He said, yeah, he can ball for surely. Raiders, we got Raider Ben. We got to build this O-line. Yeah, our O-line is trash, bro, on the right side. We ain't got nobody. I gotta hope Munford pans out, bro. That's all we can hope on. I like Munford though, dog. So I'm not gonna shit on Munford because you guys have heard me before. I like Munford, and I do. I'm worried. I worried is what I would say with Munford because he's a young player, man. You know, and he's going to be in his third season. So maybe it works. Maybe it's his time. But we'll see. Let's see how it goes. The Texans got Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon's getting older, though. He's a good running back, man, but he's getting older. I think Joe Mixon's like 30, 31. Yeah, Derrick Henry. I wanted Derrick Henry, too. I'm glad that he didn't go to the Cowboys, though. Because I know Cowboy fans would have got excited again. Cowboy fans are holding their heads down right now. Especially when they didn't get Derrick Henry. Because the Cowboys ain't got no running backs, dude. They got that little short-ass running back. Because Bernard Pollard left, too. So we'll see what the Cowboys do with their running game. And there was holes at the end of this season. Facts. Everyone was shitting on Zamir White before those last 4 games. Shit, I was one of the first motherfuckers that was on the Zamir White is garbage fucking hype, bro. Like, everybody started saying the whole running into the O-line. Like, I noticed that after the first fucking game, bro. Like, I was in everybody's chat, bro, telling everybody, bro, after the first game. I mean, y'all probably had seen it, too. I just didn't see y'all talk about it. But, dog, I was saying it after the first game, bro. Like, bro, I don't know what it is, dog. Like, all that hype that he had, bro. Like, that motherfucker cannot see a hole, bro. There's no hole that fool can see, gang, on me. That fool couldn't see no holes. But, yeah, man. He's still kind of like that. He'll fucking open up a hole if it's 3 feet wide open, like we the people said. Prezi said, speaking about receivers, did you see the Chargers might have to cut Allen or Williams today because they're over the cap? Yeah, they've been over the cap. That's why I thought they were gonna. I think they were gonna probably release Khalil Mack too. I don't think Khalil Mack's a free agent right now, is he? He's still on the Chargers. So he's going to get released. Khalil Mack's gone, bro. I'm pretty sure we all know Khalil Mack is gone. But they're going to probably have to lose Khalil Mack and one of those wide receivers. They're probably just going to get rid of Keenan Allen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, they're way over the cap. The Chargers are way the fuck over the cap. They're like close to 30-something million over the cap. 40-something million. They're fucking in shithole right now with their cap. They can't wait for a trade, Raider Paul. The fucking league year starts today, bro. They got to get under the cap. They can't fucking wait for a trade. If they don't get a fucking trade today, bro, it's a fucking wrap. They got to cut him. Let's see. Yeah, facts. Raider Paul, this shit's fucking tough. Zamir White just needs to work on his vision and his route running. Yeah, he just gotta be patient, man. He's got to be patient, let the holes develop. Let's see. I just want to win a Super Bowl before I die and cry like a bitch. I'm telling you, bro, I honestly feel like I'm not even trying to be biased, and obviously it's going to sound biased because I'm a Raider fan. But, and obviously we've been shit for so long. You know what I'm saying? What up, Raider Aces? Nice to see you, bro. And we've been shit for so long, so it's hard for other people to believe it, right? But I think the Raiders, I honestly believe the Raiders are going to win a Super Bowl in Vegas. It's going to happen. Like Vegas is the entertainment capital of the world. It's the betting capital of the world. Like the NFL makes so much money off Vegas. Vegas has nothing but winning teams in Vegas. You know, like you really think the Raiders are going to be there and be trash? Yeah, we might be trash for a couple years while we try to find the right pieces and shit. But we're about to be right, bro. We're about to be right, gang. Like I'm only 32, and I hope I get to live a full life, you know, up to my 80s, 90s, or whatever. But I feel like before I turn like 60, I think the Raiders, I know that's a long time, but I don't mean it's going to take the entire time, but I feel like I'll end up seeing a Super Bowl at some point in my life. It's just because where we're at. Dumb takes. Yeah, you're going to hear that. Raider Room. I think I gave you a shout out earlier, but there's your comment. Yeah, that's why I believe too, Doug Renfro's going to go to the Saints. Sammy said, I didn't think you make that Wilkins move if you're in a rebuild. In a rebuild, we would have to get rid of DA and probably Max too, like Gruden did. So how can I put this? I think the Wilkins move was another move to make the fans happy. And what I mean by that is that I think the Antonio Pierce move was a move to make the Raider fans happy. I don't know if it was a move to win right now. All the fans wanted Antonio Pierce. If we would have got rid of Antonio Pierce, a bunch of fucking fans would have started going nutty haywire. Probably lost some fans, probably would have lost more fans than you already did. You know what I'm saying? All the Raider fans been, preaching defensive tackle. I don't know. I'm not going to get too high. Like, Christian Wilkins is a good player, man. But at the same time, like, we're probably going to go into next year, dude, with this defense that's going to be solid, but our offense is going to be dog shit. So I don't know, man. I'm not buying into the hype right now, man, to be honest. Let's see. Our offensive line is garbage. Did you guys beat us this year? If our offensive line was so bad, then why'd you get swept by us? Munford's going into year 3. Yeah, man. I hope that Munford pans out. Like, I like Munford a lot, dude. And he's actually switched positions in college at Ohio State. Like, if he would have stayed at a guard, he probably would have been like a first-round pick or a second-round pick. But they asked him to change positions to help the team, and he went from guard to tackle. And yeah, he ended up being a 7th-round pick because of it. But, Munford's a good player, dude. He's got the length to play the tackle position. He's got long arms. He's a tall dude. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. But yeah, we gotta figure out that right side of the offensive line. Yeah, fact, like the whole fucking Broncos are garbage. Fuck the Broncos. We the people said the one thing Zamir doesn't do is keep the ball to the outside when he run towards the sideline. He keeps the ball on the inside and almost fumbled against the Chiefs when he got that big run. Fucking Zamir White fucking had a shit ton of fumbles, dude. Like his rookie season, he came in, I think he probably had like 2 fumbles his rookie year. If not 3 of them motherfuckers. And I think he had like 2 this year. That motherfucker cannot hold the ball at all. Saying you're getting a quarterback, but have no one to throw to. The Broncos are on their way. Yeah, they ain't got no. Even if they get a quarterback, they ain't got nobody to throw to. Running backs got to keep the ball on the outside, not the inside. Yeah, facts, dog. If you're on the sideline, dog, why you got the fucking ball on the inside? Because then you can't stiff arm nobody or nothing. This is the first time in a long time that I feel good about the Raiders offseason. We just need to hit on the draft. I mean, do I feel good? Is there a little bit of hype? Yeah, there's a little bit of hype there. But at the same time, I'm just not buying into the hype. I'm not buying into it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand my ground where we're at right now, and see how everything pans out. But you know, I think the Raiders did make a really good move with getting Christian Wilkins. You get probably a top 5 defensive tackle, top 4 defensive tackle in the NFL. I think that's a great fucking move. You go out and you get Gardner Minshew, who is he's a solid, in my opinion, he's a solid quarterback. He's a solid quarterback. Can you win a Super Bowl with him? Probably not. But is he a good bridge gap or a bridge quarterback, a stopgap quarterback until you find your guy? Yeah, he can do that. A lot of people are bitching about his contract numbers, dude. He's making pretty much backup quarterback money. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get like a solid backup quarterback that can come in and win you some games when your starting quarterback goes down, it's going to cost you about what Minshew makes. Otherwise, you're going to be rocking with a rookie or some bum, that's going to come in and they're going to have to run the ball the entire game type shit. Minshew is a quarterback that can really be a starter for the Raiders. Will he be a starter? I don't know. Would I be mad if he started? No, because I won't be mad if AOC starts. As long as we continue to build the talent up on this football team. The draft is very important to what we do next year. Very important. You know, I'm not too hyped about free agency. This is the first time in like 10 years that I wasn't fucking refreshing my Twitter every 5 minutes for free agency because I just don't expect the Raiders to do nothing. We never do nothing. Ever in free agency. We were one of the biggest spenders in day one of free agency. I like Christian Wilkins. That's a fucking huge pickup. You're talking about a guy that is very similar play style to Max Crosby. He's not the most athletic guy. He's not the strongest. He's not the fastest. But he's got a motor that just never stops. And he's got great hands. Great hands and a motor that never stops. You want to know what Max Crosby's got? Great hands and a motor that never stops. If you don't let the blockers get on you, you're going to win a lot. And that's one thing that Christian Wilkins does very well is he does not let fucking... Christian Wilkins does not let the offensive linemen get their hands on him, dude. What up, J-Dog? Salute, bro. Nice to see you, gang. We starting to get some content, man. So, I'm probably start being live in the morning, as long as I got my night shift, because I come home from work and just want to have a beer or something. But yeah, man. So Wilkins, top 5 defensive tackle in my opinion in the NFL. You got Chris Jones, Justin Madubuike. Aaron Donald, in my opinion, he's a defensive end, but he can play D tackle. So I'd say you'd probably throw him in there, and then Christian Wilkins. Like I said, Christian Wilkins is a very, very technically sound player. I think he had 9 sacks as a defensive tackle last season. 9 sacks. And like 60-something tackles. What up, James Furpo? Salute, dude. You add those 9 sacks, a player on the inside that can get 9 sacks to Max Crosby. We ain't signed nobody, J-Dog. We moved on from Renfro and Jimmy G, though. Oh, we signed a tight end named Harrison Bryant. I don't know who the fuck that dude is. Never heard of him. But yeah, so you add Christian Wilkins to Max Crosby, and then hopefully we can continue to see Malcolm Kuntz develop. I thought Malcolm Kuntz looked extremely well last season in the limited amount of plays, limited amount of snaps that he got last year. So we'll see how it pans out. But I think the Raiders have the potential to be one of the better defensive lines in the NFL. And then we obviously have Tyree Wilson, but you guys know how I feel about Tyree Wilson. I feel like Tyree Wilson's a bust. Will he be a bust? I hope not. I hope not. But I'm very underwhelming. Never really played against any top talent in college. Came into the NFL hurt with a very significant injury. Probably one of the worst injuries you can have. With his foot all fucked up. What up, Pyro? His foot was all fucked up. It's not his fault though. Like by any stretch of the imagination, I'm not trying to put this on Tyree. To me, it's just another one of those Cleve Farrell situations, man. We shouldn't have drafted him, bruh. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't have drafted him. We should have drafted somebody else. We had Christian Gonzalez. We had Jalen Carter. I think either one of those guys would have been the better pick. You guys can say, well, Christian Gonzalez got injured. I mean, obviously, if he came to the Raiders, it would have been a whole different scenario, right? I mean, who's to say he would have got injured? I thought there was bigger positions of need at the time than defensive end. We had, just got Chandler Jones for a whole shit ton of bread. We already had Max Crosby. We already had Malcolm Kuntz. I didn't think there was a need for another edge player. And the fucked up thing is now, guys, it's like we're settling for putting him at defensive tackle. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to settle for that. Like, dude, we had a defensive tackle on the board. There was a defensive tackle right there. The best like rookie, like the best rookie defensive player in the NFL was right there on the board. Right there. And the Raiders chose to go with the typical Raider pick. The project injured player coming out of college. Taking him based off his potential and not off his production. And we got to get away from that, guys. The Raiders have got to get away from that. We got to stop drafting players based on their fucking potential and start drafting players based on their production. You in here, facts, Pyro. Motherfuckers got fired for that dumb shit. But yeah, man, you cannot be doing that, bro. You know what I'm saying? My volume's low. Yo. You know what I'm saying? I think there's probably something going on with your shit, Furpo. My shit's not low. I just listened to my shit right now. I lost my train of thought now. I was talking about Tyree. I think Tyree is more suited to play defensive tackle because of his length. He's got great length to play on the inside. He's 6'7". He has like a 79-inch wingspan or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? What up, Ja? Appreciate you, B Raider. He has like he's got a wider wingspan than Max Crosby. So if you put him on the inside, it allows him to, shed blocks and make plays. But at the same time, it's just like, can he play on the inside with that smaller frame for, an entire season? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Alpha Kasi. Much love, dog. Can he play like that on the inside for, the entirety of a season? Like I said, with his frame, he's not built to play defensive tackle. He could be like a DeForest Buckner. If you guys remember DeForest Buckner, originally when the Niners had him, he was a defensive end. And they transitioned him to defensive tackle. And then, his length, he's like the same thing as Tyree, like 6'7" with this wide ass wingspan, right? And he's very good at keeping the offensive line's hands off of him, and that's the reason why he's good at what he does. Just the thought, though, like in all honesty, you know, a defensive line with Max Crosby, fucking Christian Wilkins on the inside, Tyree Wilson on the inside, and Malcolm Kuntz on the other side. That sounds legit, bruh. You know, and having that many players that are that good across your defensive line, who's going to get double teamed, bruh? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to get double teamed? You can't double team everybody. You know what I'm saying? What up, Jeffrey Games? You can't double team everybody, bro. When you have those 5 guys on your defensive line, right? Or those 4 guys, right? They're going to have to double team either Wilkins or Max Crosby. One of those guys are demanding double teams. So as soon as one of those guys get double teamed, it's a numbers game, right? You have 5 offensive linemen versus 4 defensive linemen, right? So the defensive line is already outnumbered, right? So what you need is a dude on your defensive line, primarily on the inside of your defensive line, that can take 2 guys. Because what that does is when you have 2 guys on the offensive line that already has 5 guys dedicated to one of the defensive line that has 4 guys, now you got a numbers. Now you got to even across the board. Now you got 3-on-3. Everybody's got 1-on-1s. If they double team Wilkins, you're leaving Max Crosby, Malcolm Kuntz, and Tyree Wilson all with 1-on-1s. If you double team fucking Christian Wilkins, now you got, or whoever, you feel me, Christian Wilkins and fucking Max Crosby, you got the other one that's going to get a 1-on-1, and the rest of these guys, right? It's a numbers game. And what's going to happen is that these guys all have potential to beat their 1-on-1s. You're right, Joff. If we bring back Adam Butler, we'll be straight. That's one thing the Raiders do need to do. They definitely need to bring back Adam Butler. But yeah, so if like I say, if we can get to a position to where we can win the numbers game based off our talent and what they're going to have to do to stop our defensive line, then we're going to be able, I feel like we're going to be able to expose a lot of teams. I think our defensive line is going to be really good. But at the same time, though, you feel me, like I'm worried because our offense is I don't know if they're going to be, you know, if they're going to be any good this year. You know what I mean? Like right now it's looking very questionable until we get, you know, a running back or we see, obviously we need to see on the field. I mean, who's to say Zamir White could be good? I don't fucking know. I just know I haven't seen enough out of Zamir White to say he was good. He's had, you know, 2 or 3 good games in 2 seasons, you know, so same with Aaron Donald as well. First year was a defensive end, then moved to the defensive tackle. Yeah, so we'll see. Afakasi said we're paying this Wilkins guy to be an elite defensive tackle, something we haven't had for the last decade. Shit, longer than that, bro. Shit, we haven't had a good defensive tackle since fucking Tommy Kelly, bro. But you could say Richard Seymour, maybe. But Richard Seymour was more of like a defensive end. He just went to defensive tackle later in his career, like when he started to, I think, yeah, probably when he came to us. But, yeah, we haven't really had a defensive tackle since Richard Seymour. We really haven't had one since, you know, Tommy Kelly, Warren Sapp. You guys know I've been preaching defensive tackle, dude, since I came back to Raiders YouTube, dog. Everybody was worried about the offensive line that first year, dog. I wasn't worried about the offensive line. I was worried about the defensive tackle and the interior of our defense, bro. The Raiders went out there and got them a hell of a linebacker in Robert Spillane, but we still didn't address the defensive tackle position. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I think the Raiders did that. And we gotta see how it looks now, dude, because I honestly feel like that was probably the key that unlocks our defense. And I've been saying that for like 2 years now. I feel like if the Raiders go out there and get themselves a dominant defensive tackle, dude, our defense is going to go to the next level. Max Crosby needs a big guy on the inside that demands double teams. And when you put a guy like Christian Wilkins on your defensive line, dude, like that dude demands double teams. And now teams are in a really bad spot, bro. teams are in a really bad spot with our defensive line. That's what makes our defensive line probably the best defensive line in the NFL right now, because we have two guys at their position that's top 5. One that's probably top 3, top 2. There's no other defensive line in the NFL that I can think of right now that have two guys that are in the top 5, top 3 at their respective positions. And the Raiders have that. The Raiders have a top 5 defensive tackle, top 3 defensive tackle, however you fucking rank them, and a top 3 defensive end, however you fucking rank them. I mean, what other defensive tackles are you putting above Christian Wilkins, bro? You're going to put Chris Jones is there. Justin Madubuike is there. And then you can fucking say Christian Wilkins. I mean, Aaron Donald's in the conversation too, but he's like a hybrid defensive end, defensive tackle. And all honesty, dude, Aaron Donald didn't do shit last year. Aaron Donald was not himself last year. And now I can see why he probably contemplated retiring after they had won that Super Bowl, because to me, Aaron Donald looks slow now. He still looks dynamic, dude, but he looks like either he's losing interest in the game, he's got his body starting to take a wear on it or something, dude, because how hard he was playing or something. But Aaron Donald didn't look good last year, dude. Now, he didn't look like Aaron Donald. We didn't see a whole bunch of Aaron Donald blowing up all over the TV screen. You know what I'm saying? Christian Wilkins had 9 sacks. Damn near double-digit sacks as a defensive tackle. You know how hard it is to get 10 sacks at defensive tackle when you're getting double-teamed the whole fucking game? And the fucking Dolphins don't have a great defensive line. They had like Bradley Chubb, but we already know Bradley Chubb is hit and miss. Low-key buns. He played for the Broncos. He never did shit against us. You feel me? Wilkins is a fucking stud, dude. Absolute fucking monster. High energy, high motor, demands a double team. And Max Crosby, dude, Max Crosby has the potential to have 20 plus sacks. Dead ass, bro. I'm being dead ass serious, dog. Max Crosby could go out next year and have 20 sacks. That's how good Wilkins is. Wilkins could have 10 sacks and Max could have 20. Bro, like, the defensive line gets me hyped, bro. The defensive line gives me hype, dog. Hit the like button, man. We got 30 people in here, 10 people over on Rumble, man. I appreciate you, man. We double fisting. Yeah. What up, Jared White? I've been one of those guys who believes the front seven of the defense is one of the most important things. Yeah, facts, dog. I've been saying that for a while, Jared White. That's why I've always, like, I hate the fucking Niners, dude, but I've always enamored about how you guys fucking build your team, dude. I've been enamored by it, bro. You know, going out there and building your team through the trenches. That's how great teams are built, dude. The game's won up front, dude, by the big nasties that have to get hit every single fucking play. You know, so. But yeah, man, fucking Christian Wilkins, dude's a fucking stud. I can't say enough, bro. Like, I'm super excited. I'm super excited to see how he pans out for us. He's getting paid a lot of money, man. You know, over $100 million. We have 2 guys on our defensive line that make $100 million. Christian Wilkins and Max Crosby both make $100 million. We probably have the most expensive defensive line in football as well. So if we're going to sit here and talk about the most talented defensive line in football, we probably have, the most expensive D-line in football. So... yeah, you guys seen that mic'd up with Christian Wilkins against the Raiders, dude. It's great. It's great. Fucking, the interview with Hunter Renfrow and Christian Wilkins. That shit would have been, probably been fucking cool for Renfrow and Wilkins, but Wilkins probably like, fuck, man, as soon as I get here, fucking Hunter Renfrow's gone. So from what I was pretty much reading, is that Christian Wilkins and Hunter Renfrow are like best friends. Like, they've been best friends since college. You know what I'm saying? So, you guys seen the pic where, like, Christian Wilkins was, like, kissing Hunter Renfrow? Like, yeah, they're, like, best friends, dude. So, I know that's probably kind of a downer for Christian Wilkins. Like, fuck, man, I just got here. My buddy's gone. But, all right, guys, that's it. I got to go lay down. I've been up since 11:30 last night. We'll talk more on the podcast. Jack Bauer will be back with us. So, it'll be me, Nutty Raider Nate, Jack Bauer, and Pizzle. Probably won't have no guests this week, man. We need to get back. Probably gonna get back to just, doing our thing for the time being. But But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody, man. Wild Turkey, man. Sorry, man, you caught the end of the show, but I do appreciate you for coming through. Catch it on the playback. But I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you guys Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. Hit the like button, subscribe. As always, guys, you know what time it is. Go Raiders, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.